Hey everyone, this is Kirsten and this is my video race report for the half iron distance race I did on August 24th, 2013. It was called the Expeditionman. It was started in Lake Tahoe and then went through Carson City and Reno. It was the second year they had the race, and I'm doing it as part of my training for the Lake Tahoe Ironman, and it was a really great race. They were thinking about canceling it because there's been a couple fires down here, and the air is pretty smoky, but it was declared poor but not hazardous, so they decided to go ahead and do the race. I heard about half the people didn't show up, which was kind of a bummer, but I like really low-key races, so it worked out really well. So anyway, I decided to taper for 3 days, just rest a little leading up to the race so I could be a little bit rested. And my goal was to race the crap out of it and go as hard as I could. And my race reports are getting kind of boring because my last few races, everything's actually worked out perfectly. And I've made every goal I set, and I haven't had any issues. So, but for those of you thinking of maybe doing the race, whether you're going to be in Tahoe next August or you're going to be training for the Lake Tahoe Ironman in 2014, I just want to let you know about the race a little bit. So, the swim, there's a full iron distance, a full aqua bike, a half iron distance, and a half aqua bike, and then relays going on all at once. All the full swims started first. They started at 7 o'clock, and it was 40 degrees at 7 o'clock, so it was actually warmer in the water than out of the water. And then all the half swimmers started at 7:10, so we started 10 minutes after. And it was nice. There was probably 100 people in our wave, so no trampling, no getting smothered or kicked, it was actually a really, really nice, gentle swim. The buoys were a little hard to see because of the smoke, but there was enough buoys. It was just a 1-loop course for the half, 2 loops course for the full, and whether you're doing the aqua bike or the tri. So I did my swim. I felt really, really smooth. My goal was 30 minutes, and I ended up getting 29. So yay, I made my goal in that. And I felt really strong. I didn't ever feel like I was struggling, but I pushed it. So ran out run up to transition was typical run, maybe, I don't know, a quarter mile, 200 yards, whatever. Got out on my bike, and I was the first woman, or no, sorry, I was the second woman out of the swim. So I jumped on my bike, started going. The bike starts with an 8-mile ascent up to Spooner Summit, and it wasn't super steep, and I've been riding a lot of steep stuff for Tahoe, so it was just more gradual. Took me about 45 minutes to get up the 8 miles, so nothing extreme, but it was a climb. And then the following 10 miles are all downhill on the other side of that, and then the rest of the 56 miles are, it was pretty downhill or flat, a couple small rollers. We had a pretty good headwind. It was a point-to-point race, but since it was downhill and flat, it didn't seem unbearable at all. My goal for the bike was 2:45, and I ended up getting 2:52. The course was really well marked. When I do small races, sometimes I feel like I'm going the wrong way because there's no other cyclists around. So it was nice to see. It was really, really well marked. And then went into the run transition, was in Reno, and the run was super flat, other than one little hill on the way out. No, there was 2 little hills on the way out, which were 2 downhills on the way back. So that was really nice. Just out and back, 6.5 out, 6.5 back. Oh, I was going to say something. I can't remember. Anyway, so I was feeling really, really good off the bike. I wasn't feeling tired. I wasn't feeling achy or anything. So I just decided I was just going to run as hard as I could until I couldn't run anymore. And I don't know my splits because I wasn't wearing a watch, but I knew I was running, for me, really, really fast, and it felt good. There was a couple guys that came in right after me on the bike, and I assumed they would just pass me right away on the run. And at the turnaround, one was about a minute behind me and one was about 5 minutes behind me. So I felt really fast. I felt really smooth. I could tell I was a little out of breath and coughing a little bit toward the end because of the smoke, but I mean, it wasn't anything bad, and I really don't think it had any ill effects. I feel great today. It's the next day. So I ended up, my goal for the run was under 2 hours, and I got 1:45, which is my, by 10 minutes, my fastest half iron distance run. So I was super, super happy with my run. I've been running a lot lately for me. So my total time was 5:10, which was, my goal was 5:20, which was a PR. My PR before this was 5:23 at Harvest Moon. So I got my best time by 13 minutes. I was super, super happy. I felt amazing at the end. I didn't feel like, oh God, I can't go on. I just felt really good. So I'm really excited about the Ironman. It's a great, I think it's a great training race. It's 4 weeks before. So if you're going to be here next year in Tahoe, I highly recommend it. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will see you next time. Bye.